Well, earlier in the summer it was me with a cheap solar oven, and now I've become fascinated with hobo stoves. I've watched several YouTube videos on the making and using of a hobo stove, and the one that I've just produced is sort of a combination of a couple of the different videos that I saw, I guess, and probably not a very good example. But I've been curious to see if this will work, so tonight I'm going to try to cook a vegetable soup on my hobo stove. Two tent pegs across the top of it to give support for anything that you put on top, a pot or whatever. I've bought a cheap stainless steel bowl that I'm going to use, and that triangular shaped hole is the chimney for smoke to come out of, as well as the place where you would feed extra wood into it. And on the back it has 5 ventilation holes, and that, I guess, is the entire hobo stove. So I'm going to go find some fuel and see if I can get it lit and see what happens here. Well, I've got some grass and leaves and a few twigs down inside. Let's see what we can do with a match here. Well, like George, I cannot tell a lie. That's Washington, not Bush. I had to use 2 matches to get this started, but I'm quite impressed with it so far. It's certainly drawing well. I've been putting some just little dead twigs of maple trees and whatever that are around the property here in, and now I'm just about to put my stainless steel pan of water on to get it boiling. I'll go in the house and prepare some vegetables to put in it. I didn't want to hurt one of my better saucepans or anything that I cared anything about, so I looked around in Canadian Tire this afternoon, and for $5 I found this small stainless steel bowl, so that's what I'm going to use to cook with. Now we'll see how long it takes to boil water. There must be, I don't know, 1.5, 2 quarts of water in the pan there. Well, I guess I'm ready to add some vegetables. I didn't time it, but it's been less than 10 minutes, I would think. And I've got a gentle rolling boil happening in the water. Once I thought the fire had gone out. It was just that the holes at the back for ventilation were clogged with ash. And I cleared that out and blew in it, and away it went again. But I'm going to add a little sea salt. Quaddy mist sea salt, made in Lubec, Maine, just across the border from here. Along with the sea salt, I have all vegetables from my garden. Let me see, except for the onion, I guess. I didn't grow any onions this year. I've got zucchini, kale, potatoes, onion, and carrot, and tomatoes. And hobo soup. It's not going to overflow or anything. It's already returning to the boil. It really is a hot fire. It's been about 10 minutes again since I put the vegetables in, and I've had to stoke the fire a couple of times to get it going good, but once again the soup is now at a rolling boil. I don't know how much longer I'll leave it cooking, but it's got potatoes in there, so it should take, and the kale takes a while to cook too. Don't know if I'd make a very good hobo or not, but it seems to be working. One of the YouTube videos that I watched on hobo stove making said that once you get it going, there's very little smoke, and that is becoming true here. I don't understand where the smoke goes, but mostly what you see coming off that is just the steam. There's a nice fire down below, but this is not producing very much smoke. I didn't show you how I make this thing because I'm not very clever when it comes to making this kind of stuff, but I did manage to get it put together here. I'm going to use tags when I post this video of, hobo stove, cooking on hobo stove and stuff like that. So I assume off to the right of my video there will be some videos appear on the making of a hobo stove. Well, for the last 10 minutes of cooking I did add, well, maybe half a cup of a dry mixture called the Golden Mix. It's in the kosher section of most bulk stores. It has Israeli couscous and garbanzo beans and quinoa and other dried vegetables like peppers and corn and whatever. It adds a little thickness and a little more flavor to a soup. I guess you can also just cook it and use it as a side dish, but I like to add it to soups. So I think my hobo soup is done here. I'm going to have my dinner outside next to my hobo fire. Show on the camera or not, but it looks really good. Well, the last dying embers and coals in my hobo stove, I've got to tell you that soup was very good. I had 2.5 bowls, and I think I have enough there for lunch tomorrow. Although I subscribe to the theory that anything cooked over an open fire and eaten outdoors always tastes better anyway. But it was a very good soup, and I had fun playing with my hobo stove. Hope you enjoyed it.